What's going on, everybody? It is 7:56 p.m. on Friday, August the 6th, 2021. I have not made a video in quite some time now. We are still dealing with C19. However, we are on the upside. At least I think we are. I believe we're on about day 10 or 11, somewhere in that range. We're feeling better, but we're not feeling great. So, yeah. I just wanted to get on here and kind of catch up. I've barely been on Twitter because I've just been sleeping a lot. I know there's a lot going on, and I just wanted to go over some prices and stuff on these charts. You can see here, you look at Bitcoin, everybody's talked about the Wyckoff structure that's been going on here, which in my opinion is evident as ever. And it looks like the accumulation stage has ran its course. And we might be going into a little bit more of a distribution phase, which is not a bad thing as long as you're paying attention. You can see here, this was where kind of some of the accumulation ranges were, and not necessarily from a Wyckoff standpoint, just from a market standpoint. This is, where a lot of things, the range where things were happening. You can see here that we're breaking up. We're almost to 43,000. So, in my opinion, the bull run has been reconfirmed. I expect this to start moving pretty rapidly after the weekend. Of course, that's pure speculation. We will see what happens, but I do love what I'm seeing. I mean, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 consecutive days in the green. Drop just a little bit, and then boom. So, if this is wave 1, wave 2... we'll see what happens. Another chart that's been doing some fun stuff. We got Ethereum here. If I can calm down with my mouse wheel. Again, lots of green going on here, working its way back up to 3,000. They just pulled off the London hard fork and all that stuff. I know they're claiming that it'll be deflationary now because of the burn that they're implementing. Just remember, assets like XRP and stuff like that have always had that burn built in. So, this is not a new concept. It's just one that Ethereum is finally getting on board with their own structure, which I'm cool with. I think it's good that they're making some changes. We'll see what happens with that. It's a very, very developed network, and I hope they do maintain some success with these changes. My most favorite chart to look at is the total altcoin market cap excluding Bitcoin. This is just the altcoins. And you can see where I've had my fibs pulled here, and we're pretty much out of here. I'll have to re-pull from the top again. When you do pull from the top, this is where you get your 618 to the 786 is this box that I have drawn here. And what's really important about that is that's where you see a lot of the price action. You can even see here where the 702 is where it kind of bounced, and then boom, finally took off. That's not always what happens. Sometimes you get in that range and you'll roll over on yourself. So for me personally, this is not financial advice. It's not investment advice. Nothing on this channel is any type of advice. But when you get up in this range, or when I get up in this range, I'm going to be paying a lot of attention. I will probably roll some small amount back into stable coins in case we do experience a brief rollover in price. That way I can take advantage of that and maximize on it. And then, of course, another awesome chart here is you have XRP forming this bull flag over here, which we'll see. I mean, it's, something's coming. We know that. I don't even really know what to say, man. The Ripple news is so crazy and all over the place right now. Who knows what's going on, but it's a little too quiet for me. What that means, I don't know. I'm keeping the faith personally. But yeah, I mean, it's forming the bull flag. It doesn't look bad at all. And with the market doing what it's doing, I mean, here you see. Just a couple weeks ago, we were down in the 600 and some billions again. The fact that we are getting close to $1 trillion market cap again is very exciting. It's only a matter of time before XRP begins to capitalize on that like so many of these other coins are. Something else that was interesting is this cryptocurrency, these infrastructure bills that they're trying to pass have all kinds of crazy stuff hidden in them for the mass surveillance of the crypto economy. Make sure you guys look into this. Call your senator. This is a big deal. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen, they also have hidden in there a per mile fee for gas automobiles, where they will basically, if that goes into effect, it will almost make it impossible from a financial standpoint to continue to drive them, which will push people more into the electronic vehicle sector. They are doing a lot of these things under the guise of climate control, and or climate change and all this other stuff. I don't know if I buy into it 100%. I'm not denying climate change. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying that I think them using that as a catalyst doesn't necessarily mean that what their goals are, or what their approach is, rather, is genuine. I do find it interesting that they have all kind of leapt on there from the World Economic Forum down. I mean, they're part of like the meatless movement and all that stuff. I just find it interesting. I'm not really weighing in on whether or not I agree or not. I just, something worth keeping an eye on. And this bill, it has a lot of interesting things hidden in there. So, make sure you're paying attention to that. I also found this to be super interesting, that Brian Brooks is now departing from Binance US after, I believe, only 4 months of being the CEO there, which was going to be a very, very big deal. People were very excited about the future of Binance US because of Brian Brooks, and now he is leaving, citing strategic direction differences. Exciting new things to come. Makes you wonder. It'd be kind of cool if he showed up over at Ripple. But that's also just pure speculation. I did see where Brad Garlinghouse was having some conversations over the past few days. I am going to play a very short video clip where he was talking about, I believe this is in response to Gary Gensler and his whole Jay Clayton 2.0 speech about there being plenty of clarity thanks to the 75 enforcement actions, blah, 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 blah.
To me, by the way, I agree with everything Segal just said. The one thing I would add is the other elephant in the room, I think, is the lack of clarity that has gone on in this industry. And, for years, I think the crypto industry has asked for that clarity. And yet, we're still getting this kind of, hey, yesterday we heard it is clear, yet a few weeks ago, we had two commissioners and Pierce and Roisman saying, a letter, and I'll quote, they said a decided lack of clarity for market participants around the application of the securities laws to digital assets and their trading. So to me, one of the elephants in the room is we can't keep saying it is clear and then trying to make it clear through enforcement. You see other G20 markets like the UK, like Japan, like Switzerland, like Singapore, who have been proactive and engaged. And that has helped these markets thrive in those countries. If the US wants to be a leader in this space, then we need to provide that clarity and not, act like there is clarity.
Yeah.
To me, by the way, I agree.
The one thing that I find interesting about that too is that the U.S. is historically extremely good at playing chess, for lack of a better way of saying things, and it just makes you wonder what's really going on. I have a hard time believing they're going to let this thing be ran by the eastern side of the world. It's just, the powers that be over here. I just don't see it happening, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't have anything planned. Who knows? Maybe they're just so caught up in old ways of thinking and old money that they can't stand the thought of moving on. And that could be possible. I really don't know. Brad Garlinghouse had filed a motion to seek discovery from Binance in regards to the sale of XRP. And I believe it was for his, I don't know if it was for his personal or what it was for. Let me see if it says here. I read into it briefly. Yeah, I don't see it, but it was granted. I know that. Does it say here? Yeah, to obtain documents about his XRP trading records for Binance Holding Limited. The court will arrange the delivery of the letter of request to the Central Authority of Cayman Islands on Garlinghouse's behalf after communicating with counsel. One thing that is interesting about that is I believe if they can show that majority of his sales of XRP took place on that platform in a certain way, I don't think the SEC has any jurisdiction over that whatsoever, considering it is not in America. And I could be totally wrong on that too, but that is my understanding. I thought this was interesting too, is why is Ripple going to stay in the U.S. after everything going on? And he says right here, should we fully be giving up on the U.S.? I am not willing to go there yet. He once again stressed that the U.S. is late to the party when it comes to cryptocurrency regulation and decreeing of lack of clarity. However, he wants the U.S. to succeed since Ripple is an American company and he is also an American man. So I found that to be very interesting also, because they could just pick up and leave and do their thing elsewhere. Excuse me. And it would be, totally fine. They wouldn't even have to worry about this stuff anymore. But they are holding their ground. They are confident that they will win. So am I. You can follow me at True Perception 3 on Twitter. I have not been very active on there. I'm going to try to start, cranking it back up a little bit over the next couple days now that I'm feeling a little bit better. Make sure you like the video. Drop me a subscribe. We're at almost 300 subscribers. I feel like we lost a little steam since I got sick, but that's all right. I understand it. I'm not cranking out content like I was. I mean, you can see here it's 6 days. I'm putting out a video every 3 or 4 days now versus, at one point it was 2 or 3 videos a day. I do look forward to getting back to that. This was put together very, very quickly, very hastily, even somewhat sloppily, so I do apologize for that. I just wanted to get something out so you guys knew that, yes, we are alive. I am still paying attention, and, I am still bullish. Continue to hodl, guys. It's not financial advice. It's just, my mantra at the moment, and, stay focused. Keep doing all your own research, and, I don't really know. I'm kind of rambling, so I'm going to get off here and try to go eat some soup or something. I will spare you guys the slurping of the spoon on this one, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.